Hey guys, it's Lizzie. Sorry about the last stream. I was just testing my connection because my new apartment, it's kind of iffy with the Wi-Fi. But I love you guys so much. Thank you for hanging out with me. What really helps me with the YouTube algorithm is thumbs up this video. And if you're watching after it has streamed when it's up on my channel, make sure to comment below your thoughts on global warming and environmentalism. Do you believe in global warming and why? And if you believe in environmentalism, what is your #1 thing you do to help the environment? So comment below and I'll read every single comment. Also, click the bell button next to the subscribe button. So make sure, check if you've clicked the bell button, and that will give you notifications every time I upload a new video. So I want to say hi to you guys, and then we will get into the topic. The other one isn't loading. Yeah, that was just the test, and then my phone died as I was doing the test, and whenever that happens, the stream continues definitely. It never ends, even though it's not working, you know? Hi, Alexander. Hi, Naomi. I'm going to get coffee. Be back. Hi, Byzantine Catholic for life. I love your username. Hi, Amy. How are you doing from your car accident? Would it be all right if I could be a monitor? A moderator. Add moderator. Yay, thank you. Where are you? I'm in my apartment in LA. We miss our buddy. Hi, Alexander. Hi, Amy. Hi, Vincent. Hi, Ben. Hi, Cecilia. I didn't think it would be live. Why do you worship the earth? Hi, Cecilia. Hi, Harley. Hi, Taylor. Hi, Gemma. I'm from England. Aw. Sorry that people are calling you that, but you should ignore the world and politicians. Trust in God. He controls the world, not humans. Global warming isn't a problem. Hi, Lizzie. First time catching your stream. Oh, that makes me so happy. I'm a big fan, says Cecilia. Yay, you're my new bestie now. Hi, Setheril. Hi, Ronald. Hi, Utiva. Hi, the world's beautiful 9. So I want all of you in the live chat to say whether or not you believe global warming is real. So yes or no. And then also I want to know, there's like 2 different positions. So some people say that global warming is real, but it's not caused by humans. It's just naturally happening. And then some people just completely deny the science completely. So I definitely respect more the people who accept the science, but that are like not caused by humans. But I actually get in this debacle a lot because of veganism. I always talk about why I'm vegan, and one of the reasons is for the environment because it conserves so much water, it reduces greenhouse gases when we eat less meat. So speaking of which, I'll show you guys the food for today's mukbang. So I have a lot of brown rice, and then I have these veggie dumplings, and then I even brought dessert. For the first time in a live stream, I made vegan brownies. I got a box of brownies, and then I used flax seeds, like brown flax seeds, and you mix it with water and it becomes an egg, a vegan egg, and it totally works for cooking. So that's where I got my brownie from. Isn't global warming undeniably caused by science? Concluded by science. Thank you, Ben. No, I don't believe in it. In the last 10,000 years, the Earth has only warmed 5 degrees. Global warming is not man-made. Yes, last month my car was totaled, like I got thrown. Oh, you guys are talking. You guys are talking to each other. Climate change freaks me out. Yes, I believe climate change is real. Global warming is obviously real. Maybe. I believe in climate change. Love you. Why wouldn't we want to take care of the earth? Yeah, that's what this whole video is going to be, kind of my theology of environmentalism and just sharing with a lot of people, because some Catholics that I follow on Twitter who I really respect are going around saying that we shouldn't care about the environment, and we're literally tweeting like earth worshiper stuff. And it's so crazy to me because it just seems so intuitive that if God gave us this amazing gift of a world and life to live in, why would we want to destroy it? Why would we want to pollute it? Why would we not want to take care of it? It's like if your parent gives you a car or a house, you wouldn't intentionally abuse it or mistreat it or mess it up. Like, you'd want to take care of it. So when it comes to pollution, when it comes to the factory farm system, when it comes to clean coal that isn't clean. When it comes to all these things, it's weird to me if you really, really think of it as God giving us this gift for temporary economic gain. That's what people do. Okay. Oh, by the way, guys, thumbs up the video, like the video. It really helps me. Let's get the thumbs up to 70 thumbs up. Everyone thumbs up the video. You accept science. Human beings are being killed every day by abortion. Do you care about that? Absolutely. I'm so passionately pro-life. You can believe in two things at the same time. You can be pro-life and pro-environmentalism. In fact, the Catholic Church encourages you to be both. Hi, Lizzie. I just joined you. I love your channel. We are required to be good stewards of the earth and its riches and creatures. It's 100% Christian to do so, right? But I start to feel crazy when rice is like the best food God ever created. And it's good for the environment, for everyone to eat rice. Oh my gosh, it's so hot. I like double microwave my food because I always end up eating like so slowly through the video. And then my food always gets cold. It's so sad. Rice slays. When are you having kids and getting married? In the next few years. I'm only 25. I'm still really young. So I don't want to have a kid until I'm like at least 27, you know? And I want to go back to school and get a grad degree. I should probably do that before I have a kid, but I don't know. I want to do an online program anyway, so it probably doesn't matter that much. I just know that taking care of like a newborn and stuff, it's a huge time commitment, right? I don't want to just like jump into that, not really thinking about it. Aborted babies cannot see the beatific vision. Abortion is so sad. It makes me so sad. Don't rush to get married. I was married too early and it was not a good thing. Oh, so you were married and then you got divorced? How old were you? I believe that global warming is man-caused, or at least we're not helping. God gave us the earth and we should be responsible. Skip my comment. How convenient. I don't think you guys understand. It's like comments and then I have to talk as well. So it's like I can't see every comment, obviously. A lot of times in streams, people are like, she's intentionally ignoring my comment. Like an hour and a half into the stream, like she doesn't read any of my comments. She is skipping over them and not responding to me. And that's like my first time seeing the username. Like I don't even know who this person is. Have you watched the videos other YouTubers have made about you? Yes. There are atheists who are responding to my channel. I think the Protestants who have responded, like in the past couple of years, I haven't watched because they've been like 50-minute videos. And I already know what arguments they're gonna make, so I was like, I don't know if this is worth, I'm on the floor, guys, so it's fine. I don't know if this is worth investing that much time into like keeping up with this video. After this, I'm making a public video for you. Oh, because you want me to watch your video? That's so funny. It'll be called Lizzie is the best YouTuber ever. I saw your video reaction and you sounded like a Valley girl when I was younger. Absolutely. I was in the environmental club in high school for 3 years. Okay, I'm going up to read more of your comments. Global warming is definitely real. It's natural, but humans exacerbate it. Climate change freaks me out. Up, up, up. Why do we worship the earth? So, stuff like this. But I was talking to my dad on the phone recently, and he's like, I was stunned in a meeting yesterday because he's a professor at a Christian school. And someone in the meeting was saying how Christians get offended when people talk about global warming being a thing, because it makes it seem like God would create an earth that would be able to be ruined in certain ways, and it's like so offensive to God that anyone would think that. And my dad is like, I had no idea people think like this. So I think that when it comes to people saying like earth worshippers towards taking care of the environment, a lot of people are making this dichotomy where if we care about the earth, it means we're not worshiping God or we're not caring about God. And I think that in Catholicism, my favorite part of converting was that it got rid of all the dichotomies, like faith versus works, science versus faith, medicine versus God in helping with a mental illness. Like there's all these dichotomies that we make in the world, and Catholicism as a philosophy and a theology gets rid of all the dichotomies, which I really like. Those conservative Christians who hate vegans, socialism, and feminism say that they do that because they are Christian, but in reality they are Christian because they are conservative. Interesting. And so that's the thing too that's so crazy. It's just a political thing. That's been my experience. People who are more conservative, who voted for Trump, who are traditionally Republican, they're the type of people who are saying that global warming isn't real, taking care of the environment is against Christianity. They're thinking like this, whereas people who are more moderate politically or who vote Democrat sometimes, they're accepting global warming and accepting environmentalism, but it seems like religion is not informing this belief, it's politics which is informing the belief, which I think is really, really unhealthy. I think primarily we should be formed by our religion and then politics can come second. That shouldn't be affecting our entire cultural view. But in the US, when it comes to Catholics, liberal Catholics will disagree with the church on gay marriage and abortion, and then conservative Catholics will disagree with the church when it comes to environmentalism or capital punishment. That the Democrat platform supports are things that are like against Catholicism with the Republican Party. And that's so sad that as Catholics we're being more influenced by politics than by the Pope and by church tradition. A super comment. I love when you guys leave super comments. It's so fun. Taylor Fluck, thank you so much for the donation. Lizzie, you inspired me to start RCIA, and I really want to talk to my college's Catholic ministry about paying to fly you out here to Virginia, if that's something you'd be interested in. Oh my gosh, I would love that so much. Send me your, contact me on my business email if they're up for it. So I would love to speak. That will be so fun. Remember, in Texas, we get to keep our guns. In the whole country, we get to keep our guns. It's not a thing where some states don't have guns. Remember how I was saying that Mother Teresa might be evil? Well, I was wrong. An atheist deceived me. I'm a conservative and I think we should take care of the earth. Are you religious? I'm a traditionalist and a Democrat, and I believe that taking care of your world is Christian, among other things. You cannot be a faithful Catholic and be a socialist, obviously, but there's different types of socialism. Oh my gosh, guys, I got into the worst controversy a couple months ago because I was talking about how I like our country, like I like our government and how there's government programs like public schooling and social security, and I really like these things, and like healthcare for kids who are really poor, you know? And I was just, I made a tweet about that. And I said that we have a Democrat socialist country, which if you take political science class, we do have all these socialized programs in our government. So I was saying, I like our country, I love our government, I love the US. That's what the whole post was about. But everyone took the post to mean that I was saying, yes, radical socialism, let's go. I'm a socialist, let's change the US to a socialist country. And in reality, I was like, we already have a Democrat socialist thing going on in our country, and it's great, and I don't want to change it. I think it's great. But everyone took it to think I was a socialist, and I was like, How is this happening? Like, how am I so bad at communicating that I get in these ridiculous scandals for things I don't even agree with? Like, it'd be one thing if I actually was heretical and I was a socialist, like I disagreed with the church and stuff, but no, it's just people misrepresenting me, but then it's like I'm misrepresenting myself maybe. I don't know. I don't know how it happens. Rice is so good. My atheist friends get angry when I tell them that science doesn't contradict religion. You should tell them that the Catholic Church, there were so many scientists who were Catholic, like Mendel, who started genetics, the guy who created the Big Bang Theory, evolution, like everyone was Catholic. Astronomy. It uploaded, yay. Oh, you already made the response video? What? It takes me like 40 hours, my whole video production process, and you in like 4 minutes have it down. That's so funny. Something I do want to talk about though is that Bernie Sanders is an idiot, and he went around saying that we need to like promote abortion in all of these countries that are poor in order to help the environment. So it, number one, came across as really racist to say, I want you to abort your children in all of these countries because you're harming the earth. It's just not something you should go around saying. Like, even if you believe that and you're a presidential candidate, why would you say that publicly? Like, that's why I think he's an idiot. I also think he's kind of evil to think that. But election, because most people in America come from a Christian background and are Christian, even if they don't like strictly abide by it, it's still embedded into them. So Kamala Harris is evil. Yeah, who are you guys? Who are your favorite candidates from the Democrat candidates? If you are a Democrat, what are you guys feeling out? Or do you just hate everyone? Or do you hate some people more than you hate other people? What's the deal with your guys' thoughts on the Democrats? So anyways, his whole thing is that that would help with the environment. But the thing is, food, the factory farm system, is the number 3 contributor to greenhouse gases and all the environmental problems we're dealing with. So Bernie Sanders views it as, we have to feed these kids animal products, we have to feed these kids meat and dairy for them to live, which will cause environmental problems. But no, if we all just cut back some of the meat and maybe eat vegetarian once every 3 days, we could solve the problem and we don't have to kill our children. Like, it's so obvious. I don't understand why vegetarianism and veganism is not talked about more when we're having all these environmental conversations, because people eat every single day, and that's like, yeah, it's literally the number 3rd contributor. And so don't kill babies, just go vegan, right? Thousands of years ago, people thought they were responsible for changing the climate. Sure, glad we don't think like that anymore. Wait a minute. Climate gate. Someone said I like Biden so far. It was actually a beautiful day today. My favorite is Marianne Williamson. Okay. Marianne Williamson talked about the factory farm system on the debate stage. She said that our food policies are contributing to the environmentalism, are contributing to that environmentalism, to having negative. You guys know what I mean. Someone says, I like Trump. I'm living proof that you can be religious and a scientist. I'm Catholic and a biology major. I'm moving to a different city, so I have to start RCIA in my other city. I can't continue my current RCIA, but I do still want to be Catholic. I hope that you're like, units will transfer over, you know what I mean? Because you have to start the program in like September or something, right? Except, okay, one of my friends who became Catholic this year, her program started in January, and then they got confirmed like 2 months ago. So I guess every diocese is different and stuff. eat the babies. Oh my gosh, guys. Okay. That thing where the person was like, we have to eat the babies. No joke. They were having a manic break. Like, I'm so sure that person is bipolar. And they just got, like, so triggered in the moment. And, like, all this stuff came out. But I thought it was so mean how people were passing it around. And they're like, look at what the Democrats think. It's like, no, that person is so mentally sick and hurting and needs support and help. You know, like, clearly something is wrong with them when they're like, eat the babies. It's a mental illness thing. It's not like they actually think that. No one actually. And that's also quoting a really, it was a joke. Was it, guys? Because she seemed so, so fervent what she was saying. That's what it seemed like to me. It was not a joke. But it was from, there's this really, like, famous short story where they say something really similar. So I'm sure that impacted, so. Yes, look it up to make fun of the Democrat Party. I would be so mad because when I saw it, she looked so fervent and serious. As pro-life, I appreciate Tulsi for saying abortion should be rare, but I hope she's anti-abortion. What do you think about the new Kanye album? Oh my gosh, I was talking to Trevor about this today. So Kanye West is bipolar, and I'm so convinced that he probably was in a manic episode and he like discovered religion, because when I was manic, I became Catholic, and it wasn't like my conversion wasn't real. Guys, thumbs up the video. It's not that my conversion wasn't real, but it was just caused, like, the mania instilled it even more, and it kind of made my mind like jump and jump and jump and trust more than I normally would. So it makes sense to me that like all of a sudden he just changed his life completely, and I think it's hilarious. So currently Taylor Swift's gotten a lot of flack for you need to calm down and stuff. And then recently, Word on Fire, Bishop Barron's ministry, made an article attacking the album and attacking different songs. And I was thinking, like, what has the world come to that the Christian community likes Kanye West more than Taylor Swift? Like, how is Taylor Swift more problematic than Kanye West right now? Isn't it so ridiculous? I can't believe it. I live outside the city, and the city dominates the vote. They should make New York City and the rest of New York separate, to be honest. Yeah, so many states are like that, where people are just not represented. But because we do have the electoral college system, you kind of are represented, because the more rural states get as many senators and votes as, not as many votes, but you know what I mean? They get more represented than the liberal states. So, I mean, than the urban states. So it might be bad in your specific region, but overall for the US, I think it's fine. I think you have more representation than more like urban liberal cities. Amy said, we had to decrease my Seroquel. I slept for 15 hours the other day. Oh my gosh, me too. I was on 400 milligrams and it was making me sleep for 15 hours, even on 300 milligrams. It's crazy. I dislike Beto O'Rourke because of his statement on renewing taxpayer funding from churches that oppose same-sex marriage. Betta is a joke. I know, that was insane. I was just like, how are you real? So he's definitely not gonna get elected, but a lot of people were really scared about that. And we don't need to be scared about that, because the Supreme Court has ruled in favor of religious freedom for a long time. Like recently there was a case, I think it was like World Vision or something, They were sued because they were only hiring Christian employees because it was a Christian company, and they actually won, and they were allowed to discriminate and only hire from that religion. So, and then in the case of the Colorado baker, he won in the Supreme Court. So there's a really good track record, and there's no way that would pass like Congress. It's gonna pass Congress, and then if it did, it would be immediately struck down by a court. So that's a joke. Will never happen. Well, then it's like so stupid. Like, why is he saying that? That's not gonna get you to get people to vote for you. Like, I understand that there's a lot of liberal. Most people are not gonna support that position. When I have a Catholic business, I'll hire mainly Catholics too, especially if I sell Catholic themes. Yeah. I mean, imagine Word on Fire or Catholic Answers. They only want to hire Catholic employees. It's a Catholic business. Like, you should be allowed to do that, obviously. How bad do you think the environment is? So the problem is that rich countries are not going to be affected by it. Like in the US, we're not going to be affected by it. It's not going to be a big deal. But in places like sub-Saharan Africa and India, they're going to get hit really hard by it. And it's pretty awful that some of the richer countries are causing the most damage, and then we're not even going to have to reap the ramifications of that. So it's going to become really horrible in the next few decades, and it sucks because, like, I mean, I don't feel bad because obviously I feel bad about what's happening, but because I eat mostly vegan, it's and have for the past, like, I was a vegetarian before that. So since I was like 18 or 17, I went vegetarian. So it's been almost a decade of me eating less meat and stuff. So I feel like I'm doing the absolute best with every meal of trying to help things, and hopefully like some of you guys have become vegan because of me, and so I think that is kind of like my hope for the world, because if that's the number 3 contributor and we can get so many people to start just eating a bit less meat, I think that can actually make a dent, but obviously not enough. So, although in the US, the vegan population is like going up and up and up and up. Hi, Lizzie. Hi, Christian. I also dislike Pete Buttigieg because he supports taxpayer-funded abortion. Yeah, that's ridiculous. Have you listened to Selena Gomez's new songs? I hated them when I first heard them, mainly because the music videos are awful and really cringy. I don't understand how... It's just weird editing, right? But then I had to lose you to love me, or I had to hate you to love me or something. That song, I've been listening to it like when I was editing just now. I was kind of like listening along to it. I had to hate you to love me or something, which I don't like. We shouldn't have to hate people to love ourselves. Like, you should never need to hate anyone. So I didn't really like that lyric of the song. But I understood it. Some people can't afford to go vegan. So I made videos on how my grocery bill is $3 a day. So the way I cook is really, really cheap. A lot of people think veganism is so expensive because there's all these bougie vegan restaurants and a lot of like vegan food delivery companies that are really, really expensive. But if you just eat a whole foods plant-based diet, like you eat rice and beans and pasta and vegetables, bananas, oatmeal, bread, like peanut butter, these things are not that expensive. So yeah, I really encourage you to watch my videos on that. If you just Google Lizzie's Answers vegan grocery haul, you'll see my video of all the food that I eat and I make. It's reasonable for everyone. I'm having rice and something else I can't remember. Wait, so you're eating right now and you can't remember what you're eating? How is that possible? I love rice so much. Lizzie, need your prayers, dear. I thought I had bipolar disorder, but may have been misdiagnosed for years and instead have autism. Oh my gosh, that's so wild. So you were on medication for years and stuff, and then it could be the wrong diagnosis? That's crazy. I've heard that a lot of people get misdiagnosed, but I don't know how. Like, how can you have manic episodes and then not be manic episodes? And they were like, you're having a manic episode. It makes no sense. That's crazy. I'm so sorry that happened to you. What was like the thing that made you think that you're not bipolar? There must have been like a moment or something when something happened and you were more skeptical of it. I know someone who only eats vegetables and she spends $200 a week on food. That's crazy. Oh my gosh, the raw vegan movement is insane. So if you're only eating fruits and vegetables, your grocery bill is going to be so expensive. But if you focus more on eating rice, beans, noodles, peanut butter, oatmeal, bread, that's going to be really cheap. So the way I eat, I don't eat like a ton of vegetables. Like, I'm not a raw vegan, clearly. So manic episodes can mimic autistic behavior. Interesting. But you'll have an episode where you'll have it for just like a length of time and then it'll stop? Like, are there episodes? Hi, Lizzie. Any suggestions where I can find good Catholic songs on YouTube? See, Atua XOXO knows how to talk to me. She took the comment and commented it again and again and again and again and again until I saw it. So, one of my friends named Jackie Angel, she has 2 albums out. So her name is Jackie Francois. So Franco I-S, Francois. And she has several albums that are on YouTube. And I made some videos with her a couple weeks ago. So go watch them too. Is it true that you're allowed to abort right until birth? I would say no. In a couple states it is. But it's probably gonna happen to like 0.00000000001% of babies. Like, it might never have happened. It might not happen for another 10 years. You know what I mean? It's really rare when you have a disease that they think would require a late-term abortion. Like, really, really rare. So oh wow, listen to this person who has autism. This is so interesting. I would go into an episode and then I would have anxiety so bad. I would get into this very strict and perfectionist routine that if something went wrong, the world would end. Lizzie, I'm still having leg pain from the accident, but my mouth is doing better. Please continue to pray for me. I will. Lizzie, what are you eating? Brownies that I made. Vegan brownies. They're so good. Oh my gosh. I love so much. I'm studying to become a doctor. Any advice to keep the faith in such a difficult job that's surrounded by death? I mean, I think it would cause you to keep the faith even more because you're constantly thinking about people dying and death and how this life is transient and not forever. So I think that it would make you an even stronger Christian because you're constantly thinking about when your life will be over. So one of my best friends is getting married later in the year. I'm going to be in her wedding. Her fiance is a NICU nurse. and he does the night shift, and so he's constantly looking after people who are like on the brink of dying, and it makes him such a gentle, patient person and so deeply religious and spiritual. So is chocolate vegan? It depends on what chocolate. So dark chocolate is not. Sorry. A lot of dark chocolate is vegan and milk chocolate is not. They legalized abortion in New South Wales up until birth quite recently. That's crazy that it's happening in a lot of other countries too. I don't understand how it's possible. Thank you for responding to my DMs on Twitter. Of course. I love you guys so much. I love talking to you guys. Is beer vegan? Yes, there are some types of wine that are not vegan though, which is interesting. I'm reading your guys' comments. I missed like a ton of them. Doesn't Selena Gomez have bipolar too? Seems like a lot of celebrities do. Demi Lovato does. So her best friend, or are they still best friends? They used to be best friends. But it's because especially with singers, it makes you more creative. Like Halsey, this other artist, is coming out with this song this year called Manic. I mean, an album this year. It is called Manic, the whole album. Cecilia says, I feel neglected because my little bro won't play with me and my grandma isn't feeling well. Oh, that's so sad. I love you. Thanks for hanging out with us right now in our little intimate group chat. Okay. Are you going to try to convert your parents? I have not tried to convert them, but I should probably start praying for it. I will. It just feels so impossible, but I was thinking the other day that if something feels impossible, then even more we should pray for it, because that will show God's glory even stronger. Promoting climate change means promoting population control, which is satanic. So like I was saying at the beginning of the vlog, if we feed everyone if we feed everyone a more plant-based diet, then it won't be a problem. Are your parents born again though? So they are Church of Christ, which is not evangelical. So it's not like the born again movement at all. I would think of Saint Monica when I pray for my family to convert. Yeah, I should ask her to intercede. That's a really good idea. I'll start doing that. And thank you guys. I'm so glad you guys are keeping me accountable to my prayer life and stuff. It feels impossible and unrealistic, but I think that her prayers can do miracles. I think so too. Hi, Fatima. Vegans need to supplement B12. Proof we should eat animals. So B12 is in the earth. So naturally, we should be getting B12. But because of the way the agricultural industry is, so like if I had a garden, I wouldn't have to supplement with B12. But does that make sense? So if there's like more, obviously not like a ton of dirt, like don't eat dirt, but there's like remnants of it. Does that make sense? I'm praying for a Pentecostal friend and it seems impossible. This is controversial and I actually disagree with whoever said this. Someone else said something similar. Not hiring gay Catholics isn't discriminatory. We do the same for heretics, so why should it be different? I'm paying a system to help me teach my kids about our faith. So just because someone is gay and attracted to someone of the same gender doesn't mean that they're having sex with anyone. So I think it's like really, really judgmental to assume that just because of someone's sexual orientation, they disagree with church teaching or are living out something that's in contradiction to church teaching. You can be attracted to someone of the same gender and you can be going against church teaching. You can be attracted to someone of the opposite gender and be going against church teaching. It has nothing to do with sexual orientation. Someone could be having an affair. They could be having sex outside of marriage who is straight. So Byzantine Catholic, how did you do that? Tea or coffee, Liz? I definitely love coffee more than tea. I sometimes will have tea, but every single morning I have coffee, and sometimes like in the middle of the day too if I feel a little down. Like I was in depression yesterday, so I was drinking so much coffee because like nothing was making me feel better, but coffee actually gave me more energy when I was in depression, so it was really cool. I like watching people when their whole yard is a garden. So if instead of grass, they just have a ton of vegetables and stuff, that's pretty cool. I think that person is referring to a Catholic school teacher that was gay, married, and then fired and is suing for discrimination. That makes sense. That's a rough situation because it looks so bad on the outside, but then when you actually go into it, it's not at all. Do you drink 100 cups of coffee? Obviously not. Have you ever debated a Protestant who just claimed some weird stuff in the debate? I was debating recently and a guy claimed the early church went apostate, yet the early fathers clearly taught sola scriptura. Lizzie, God brought you to the Catholic faith and I'm so thankful with him because your perspectives are so from a youth that I'm learning from you. Oh, that makes me so happy. I also like hot coffee way better than iced. Not hiring gay Catholics isn't discriminatory. I agree. What I meant is that they're actively participating in those activities. Sorry for the miswording. Yeah, I think it's really important to make that distinction just because I know people, like, some of my subscribers who are gay and are living out the church's teaching get really hurt when there's like this like obsessive focus against gay people and against gay marriage, and it's just too much of a topic that's talked about. And they feel like really hated and like they don't have a place in the church, even though they're like totally living out church teaching and stuff, which is really sad. So, what are your views on the church saying that people should not read Harry Potter because of the magic in it? Okay, so spoiler alert, but Harry Potter, like the main part of the 7th book, is literally Christianity. It's taking the same thing that Jesus did and then applying it not to Catholicism, sorry guys, to the characters in Harry Potter. So the J.K. Rowling had a very like Christian themed going into it, so I actually think that it's very Christian. Lizzie, have you ever been to Eritrean Catholic Church or one of the new Eastern, like Oriental Orthodox churches? I've actually never been. I should totally go. I almost went to a Coptic service when I was in Florida, but I had like a different time commitment, so I shouldn't go. But I should totally try to go. Which ones do you guys recommend for Eastern churches? I was really depressed for 2 weeks after losing my teeth, still struggling with it. Yeah, I can't imagine. I literally can't imagine how I would react. Byzantine Catholic. Taylor Marshall brought up John 6:66 today. Thoughts, Lizzie? I didn't watch the live stream, so I don't know what you guys are talking about with this. Sorry guys, I'm like so low energy suddenly. Sorry guys. John 6:66 is during the bread of life discourse with the people. I know. I just don't know what you mean. Like, what are my thoughts on that passage? Like, obviously, I think that proves real presence even more. Catholics are taking over YouTube. They are trying to ban vaping here in New Hampshire. Vaping is not safe. I agree. And so many children and teenagers are getting addicted to it. It's really sad. Switching to vaping, juuling is a good way to start weaning yourself off nicotine. Juuls are especially good at giving you the sensation without all the carcinogens and the smell. What is my battery at? Okay guys, I'm getting so tired all of a sudden. I think that so I had to be off my bipolar meds for a bit, like earlier, like a couple weeks ago, and it's like still affecting me. Like I'm still getting like slight depression, and it's really sad. So was John talking about Nero when he said 666 was the mark of the beast? So having verses in the Bible is like a new thing. Like at the time there weren't chapter dividers and verse dividers or anything. It's a very modernist thing. So at the time it wasn't 666. Lizzie, check out some of the Byzantine chant videos on my channel. They are amazing. Nothing you put in your body that's not supposed to be there is bad. Save your money and travel. Do you believe that many conservatives are becoming very schismatic? Yeah, totally. Their rhetoric has been very militant and harsh lately. I think anyone who's very like hyper negative towards the Pope is kind of veering towards being schismatic, because being united with Rome was always so important for making sure that someone wasn't a heretic. So I love Bishop Aaron, Taylor Marshall, Michael Voris, and Lizzie. You guys strengthen my faith. That's crazy and so nice that like all these people who like hate each other and stuff, you're able to love everyone who sort of like hates each other. That's so cool. Don't be sad, Lizzie. We love you. You respond to DMs on Twitter more than Insta because I sent you messages to you on Insta a while back. Should I resend them on Twitter? I don't want to feel like I'm too pushy or bothering you. So I would say I respond to DMs on both of them similar. I just get so many, so it's hard to see. But I'm definitely on Twitter more. So I don't know. It's like a toss up on which one I'm more likely to see. But lately I've been responding to a lot of people on Instagram. It's just that when people reach out to me like on Instagram, they'll send like several paragraphs. And so it'll take me a lot of time to write up a response and to get back to them. And so I'll do like several responses a night, but I don't have time to respond to like 30 messages because it's so many people who are there, you know. How did you get started being vegan? Did you watch YouTube videos? Yes, it was YouTubers who helped me become vegan. Like, have you guys heard of Freelee the banana girl? She was like a mean person, and she's actually pretty awful. Like, she's really mean-spirited in how she talks about a lot of YouTubers, but yeah, her videos really helped to like convince me, and you should come to the Sacramento area. I am. I'm going to speak at a church. So I've been there twice already for speaking events. So there's loads of Catholics there, I guess. Global warming is a scam. They are controlling the weather with chemtrails. Okay. I actually watched this TED Talk that talked about how airplanes helping with global warming, and then if more people did that, it would like save the environment. It was literally a TED Talk. I was on the airplane to Ireland when I was watching this, and I was like, I think that if global warming was that easy, it would, you know what I mean? Do you enjoy spending time with us on a live stream? No one else does it so often. Yeah, I really, really, really love because I think that I spend so much time alone when I'm making videos for you guys, and it's so much nicer hearing like live comments and just reading comments in a video because we get to interact more. And even with like Q&A videos, it's like I pick several Q&As and then I do it, but yeah. I'm on meds and see a psychiatrist. That's so good. Lizzie, do you drink lemon water? I hear it's really good for you, but not sure of the benefits. It's really good for jumpstarting your metabolism in the morning, but I don't have a problem jumpstarting my metabolism. It's so big all the time. Where are you going? Because I would love to see you in person. Just follow my Instagram on Twitter because I will always update there where I'm going to be. I was talking with a priest about this. Ecology is not earth worshipping. It's actually a commandment gave to us by God, and global warming is real. People are crazy. Oh my gosh. Global warming should be bipartisan. I agree. Cucumber water is healthy, but I don't like the taste of it. I'm an engineer to help environment from factories. Would you answer advice questions on a stream? Absolutely. That's what I'm here for. We're just talking to each other. So always give advice. So I decided I wanted to go back to making more relationship advice videos because I'm kind of at a standstill in my channel where I really like making like theology videos, but I'm kind of getting exhausted from making like really intense Catholic theology videos all the time. So I made a relationship advice for bipolar relationships video. So I'm excited to see if you guys like it and how it will do. Global warming skepticism should be bipartisan. Well, I mean, fair. fair, if there is enough evidence, then it should be bipartisan, but it's not because there isn't enough evidence. Yes, I would love it. Oh, I hope you guys do. I'm sorry for spamming you on Twitter. Did I even get back to you? What is the one thing you do to improve the earth as far as the environment? Eating less meat by being vegan. I think there should be a cure for balding. Oh my gosh, there is. So I watched this trans YouTuber whose name is Gigi Gorgeous. And so she had like a hairline surgery. Sorry if this is explicit, guys. But they like cut into her head and then moved her scalp like forward to give her like a hairline that was closer. But it left a scar. So then she like cut her hair open. I'm not kidding. Like there, I saw the video of it. So she cut open her scalp, took the scalp out, took the individual hairs and planted the hairs so that her hairline was further up. It was wild. I don't understand how it was just too much. I just emailed the stream to my friend. What are your favorite non-Catholic books? So my favorite book is A Thousand Splendid Suns by Khaled Hosseini. Make Catholics more far right. Ouch. OMG. Wow, home surgeries. Gulp. No, she went to like a professional place to do it, but she filmed the whole thing, which was wild. What do you feel about your friend being Catholic now? It's so nice. I wish I lived closer to her and got to see her more. So we received the Eucharist together 3 times in a row. Do you eat Oreos as a vegan? Yes, they're vegan. Fahrenheit 451 is my favorite. Thoughts on C.S. Lewis? Recently, I was reading a Bible study. He has this quote about how humility is not thinking less of yourself, but thinking of yourself less. And I was kind of debating that definition because analyzing your life and praying a lot about it and stuff is really, really good. Like St. Teresa of Avila talks about how important it is to like know yourself and to pray about yourself and analyze your life and stuff. And so I was like disagreeing with his definition, but in general, I really love Mere Christianity, and The Great Divorce really helped me convert into Catholicism for sure. My RCIA class is starting mass every week, and it has inspired my boyfriend to start going every week. Oh my gosh, your boyfriend's going too? That's so great. Do you have advice for a heterosexual Catholic like myself? I have the same advice for you as I have for everyone. What do you mean? Oh, because someone said, do you have any advice for gay Catholics? So then someone is like, do you have any advice for heterosexual Catholics? Oh my gosh, that's so good. Pope Francis seems to be deliberately ambiguous, and I think that's wrong. I think that's really wrong for the Pope if it's deliberate. Maybe his mind is just more ambiguous, because I think that, like, I'm very direct and black and white in how I say things, but other personality types just say things in a way that's more ambiguous. So I think that could be him, because I don't think he would intentionally lead people astray and stuff. I agree, popes can make mistakes, but lately this has become part of a political rhetoric, one that attempts to attack the Pope on anything. There is literally people like Steve Bannon trying to do. It was so funny to watch your reaction to your first YouTube video. Oh my gosh, I loved making that video so much. Has anyone ever done a novena to St. Joseph? I'm on day 25 for a 31-day novena. I've been praying for families. Will you buy the new Kanye West album? No, I don't really like his music. I mean, it's good that it's a good theme now, but yeah. Peter Kreeft says C.S. Lewis was an undercover Catholic. Because he was like best friends with J.R.R. Tolkien. Do you vow the permanent diaconate? I'm thinking of becoming one. I think you like didn't send me the comment right. Would you make a video about Mary apparitions? I should. I just know nothing about them, which I guess means that I should make a video about it so I can research it and stuff. Guys, thumbs up the video, like the video. Oh, do you value the permanent diaconate? I don't know how to pronounce that, but I know what you mean. Pray for wisdom. Do you have any advice for gay Catholics? I think that to just remember that it's a both and, because I think that there's a lot of Catholics in the country who want to change the church's teaching on gay marriage, and so I think it's easy to feel like you could feel belonging in that community, and then there's other people who are like kind of bigoted in how they talk about the issue and are constantly talking about like gay marriage is the worst thing ever and just like really negative towards anyone who is gay. And so just that there are people who are in the middle, and there are people who agree with church teaching, but who are also really, really, really loving and accepting, even though they agree with church teaching. And to just be confident to find those people, even if you can't find those in your community right now. What about how people say they should only call themselves same-sex attracted and not gay? It depends on however you want to define yourself. Like, I personally think the same-sex attracted, it makes it less like this is your identity. So, but I don't know, when I say I'm straight, you want to define yourself, like whatever's helpful for you. I know I say I'm bipolar, but a lot of people get offended by that and want to say I have bipolar disorder. But I like identify with it more, and that doesn't mean that it's my entire identity. I just find it helpful to be like, I'm bipolar, like I'm gay, instead of I'm same-sex attracted, or I have bipolar disorder. You can just say I'm gay, I'm bipolar. It's just faster, I guess, is my thing. Is your battery cycling? I just say I'm bipolar. Yeah, me too. I mean, it might kind of like freak out people somewhat, but I think it's fine. Deacons are awesome. Keep discerning. My boyfriend wants to become a deacon. At least he did the last time we talked about it. Do you think you'll read Bishop Athanasius Snyder's new book? What is the book about? Why are comments all over the place? They're out of order. Lizzie, I feel like it's not really your taste in music, but do you like Paramore? I, back in the day, liked Crush and the song that was on the Twilight movie. Oh my gosh, I was really into Twilight, like before Twilight became a thing. My mom is a deacon. How is that possible? Are you Catholic? Women can't be deacons. Decode! Yes, it's such a good song. I agree. I have blessed salt I cook with. Please don't stop making Catholic vids. I won't. What causes same-sex attraction? They think it could be birth order, could be part of it, genetics, some gene, I don't know. It's something that happens like in the womb or just in the genome. I got my cheese blessed. I was praying the 54-day novena, then got sidetracked after day 3. Don't give up, because I was doing Duolingo and I was doing it every day, and then I forgot to do it yesterday and it messed up my streak. I'm not going to give up. I loved the eat my flesh video. I really like the farm animals. I always think about them when I take the Eucharist. Oh my gosh, that's so funny. That's like one of my favorite videos I've ever made. I love Halsey. There are some people who are watching this live stream, but they like started the live stream from the beginning, even though they came partway in, and then they're commenting stuff that happened in the past of the live stream. Wild. Guys, thumbs up the video, like the video. I like Halsey's music, full disclosure. I don't like the parts God wouldn't, hopefully. Anyone doing novena or anything, just keep going. God loves perseverance. What are your thoughts on the YouTube channel? God is great. So I used to think exactly like her before I became Catholic. I agreed with her on all the sexual ethics and yeah, pretty much everything. So she is who I would have been or who I was before I converted into Catholicism. I think that for all the Christian YouTubers, she's one of the only ones I can watch because a lot of people are so cringy and she attacks all the Christian YouTubers that I also am so cringed out by and think are just super Christ-like. And yeah, she's just such a beautiful person, you know? She just has so much joy radiating out of her. So I really love her videos. I was so happy when I found them. I'm surprised the YouTube algorithm didn't like recommend them before. So, and she's having a baby, which is so sweet, but I hate her username. Oh my gosh, someone asked me the same question on my Instagram live recently. So I like hate her username because God is not gray. God is black and white. There are absolute truths about the world and absolute truths in Christianity. So having like, I don't know why she means God is gray. Like I don't understand. Is she a moral relativist? I don't get it. What's everyone's favorite prayers? Do you think that some people feel the need to hate God to love themselves? For example, I know many people who are gay and very anti-Christian. Can a Catholic not want children? I don't want to pass on my health problems. If you don't want children, then you have to just not get married because marriage, like the definition of marriage and understanding of marriage is that sex is to be procreative and unitive. So every sex act needs to be open to having children. And if you do enter into marriage, you have to be open to having children. So that's a really hard teaching for a lot of people who don't want to have children or who are gay. It's really hard teaching. The church is against even birth control. So you have to be open to having children. But of course you can practice like natural family planning and space out your children and everything. And I know like when it comes to natural family planning, especially with John, you're here. Especially with bipolar, like we'll go through times where we're in like severe depression or manic episodes, and it's so like unsafe and scary to think of being off meds during that time. And so I know that when it comes to the exception of using NFP, if you're in a life-threatening situation when it comes to your health or when it comes to a depression or manic episode, then absolutely you can do NFP and prevent yourself from having children for a while. So that's what I really like, because you can't do NFP like indefinitely, but if you have like bipolar and a health condition, then you totally can. So in Egypt, people are killed for leaving Christianity. Yeah, it's pretty messed up. If a straight married couple cannot biologically have children, should they refrain from sex, in your opinion, since they cannot produce a child? Straight married couple. Well, the church allows a straight married couple to have sex if they cannot, what is the question? If they refrain from sex since they cannot produce a child. If they're infertile, yes, but it would be highly encouraged to adopt children. So, in my opinion, I think the church should force people to adopt children if they find out that they're infertile, because that's literally not the definition of marriage. Like, that's not what marriage is if you don't have children. Like, the whole point of marriage is that it's to be flourishing and to raise the next generation. So, if you enter into a marriage and are not wanting to have children, you just don't understand what marriage even is, and you don't understand what sex even is. But exceptions do not change the underlying theology, is what I would say. Because I think a lot of people will say, oh, just because a straight couple would not be able to have children, therefore we should change the Catholic Church's teaching and have gay marriage in the church. And that's not the point. I pray to Saint Michael when someone is having a horrible time. I'll say it in my heart for them, even for me, though. That's really, really sweet. Marriage is the number one way I want to serve God. Yes, Ben. Lack of fertility does not matter. The sex act maintains its integrity. Hail Mary, full of grace, the Lord is with you. I'm a new Catholic. In Egypt, people... Oh, we already read that. Peregrination in Mexico are beginning, and it's such a cool thing to see the church united. Does the U.S. do the same? I don't know what that is. John says, I was thinking, those Catholics who are saying to other Catholics that statue that you do not consider to be an earth goddess is an earth goddess, and you say the... This is so great. Okay. The Catholics who are saying to other Catholics that statue that you do not consider to be an earth goddess is earth goddess, and who say the way you are concerned about the earth that you do not consider to be worship is worship because I decided it is. The Catholics who say this agree with Protestants that you can know and judge what is in someone else's heart and condemn them of worshiping idols even when they state they are not worshiping them. Wow, that was amazing. I love how you applied that to the Amazon Synod, but also to the topic of environmentalism, for sure. Did you hear any of the songs on Kanye's new album? No. What do you think of the Pope? I love the Pope. Pope Francis, I converted under Pope Francis, so he always will have a special place in my heart. I'll definitely cry if he dies. I can never go off my bipolar meds. I am abusive without them. Yeah, I would like consider really like talk to a spiritual director about marriage and if marriage is something that you would want to enter into, just because if you're in a situation where you never ever want to go off meds and never want to be pregnant, then really discern if marriage is something that is for you. Because the way marriage is understood in the Catholic Church is that it's for producing children and raising the next generation. And if you're in a situation where you're taking medications that would destroy the nervous system, of destroying their nervous system, like, you would have to be off meds. So, and I would just meet with a Catholic psychiatrist too, but because I'm gonna go off meds and I'm confident that I'll be okay without meds. I'll just work out every day and get enough sleep and be doing therapy pretty intensely. But John, yeah, I just feel like it's such a bad witness for us having Catholics go out of their way to take the least charitable interpretation of what other Catholics are saying and doing. Yeah, I think it's horrible PR. I think that though this is like such a niche Catholic community, so I think that non-Catholics like don't even know that a lot of Catholics are being like that, you know? Why is being Catholic so demanding? Because Jesus loves us so passionately, so Jesus is the most demanding person. He demands all of our heart, all of our intent, all of our strength, all of who we are. He demands because he loves us so much and wants to shape us into the absolute best, healthiest, most flourishing version of us. So that's why Christianity is so demanding. I will ask at church, Lizzie, if there's a Catholic psychologist I can speak with. Absolutely, a psychologist or psychiatrist, because I know that like most women want to get pregnant at some point, and if you do have mental illness, they work around it, and there's certain medicines that you can stay on that cause less birth defects. So I don't even think that you would have to be off all your meds. I think that most antipsychotics you would have to be off of, but I think that some of the mood stabilizers you can stay on. The individual channel. Hey Lizzie, sorry I was harsh on you before about modesty and some other things. You are going to be great, and if you need meds, you can go back on. Thanks for being yourself and preaching truth. Aw, thank you so much for apologizing. It's idol worship in the Vatican. What are you being so milk toast for, John? It's demanding because we are sons and daughters of God. I've known for a while I don't want to be pregnant. I'd have to get a C-section. Yeah, these are things to really consider. Like, you shouldn't just view it as a default to want to get married, but you should really, really, really discern if you want to raise children and be raising the next generation, or if instead you just want to focus on your career and relationships in your life. But sex is not only for the unity of the couple, but for procreating children. And the whole point of the unity of the couple is to have that safe space for the children to grow up in. Do you think Christians should watch horror movies? I don't know. There's that Bible passage, whatever is true, whatever is lovely, whatever is admirable, think about such things. And I don't know if a horror movie fits any of that. What's the biggest archdiocese in the US? Los Angeles! My archdiocese is the biggest, not only in the US, but also in the world. Do you see Brother Casey from Catholicism in Focus? I didn't go to Focus. Read the New Testament. Christ is very demanding. That is why Catholics are the first Christians. Anyone praying for All Souls Day for a particular person? I take lithium 600 milligrams. Can you make your lithium video really soon? Yes! Okay, I will make my lithium video soon, since you said this, because someone else requested recently too, so. I'm gonna stream for 10 more minutes, and then I'm gonna go, because clearly my depression is kind of like kicking in a little bit, so. Have you ever seen The Passion of the Christ? No! because I am so emotionally sensitive and intense, and so I cry so easily at violence. I would not be able to handle it because I cry just when reading the crucifixion accounts, and I used to cry just like looking at crucifixes, so I would not be able to get through the movie. What is your opinion on Onision? He gets in fights with so many people. I take the THC for my ailments. What's your favorite book in the Bible? Um, it changes a lot, but I always say Ecclesiastes is my favorite. And then I really love Romans though. It's so good. And I love Philippians. I love the Gospel of Luke, John's Gospel. Mel Gibson. Have you read the entire Bible? Yes, I've read it through multiple times. Same. My church, St. Joseph in Hawthorne, a suburb outside of LA, has over 200 confirmations each year and even more baptism in first communion. Think the mega archdioceses like LA are too big? Should they split into smaller units like a diocese of Santa Barbara, Long Beach, and Irvine? I think you should split into multiple dioceses. I mean, they have the archbishop and then 4 other bishops. So it works as if it was like 2 archdioceses. Does that make sense? So, but I honestly don't know enough about how the diocese and everything work. Does that make sense? So, have your views on Mary changed? No. I mean, they changed when I became Catholic, but not after that. The YouTuber that is being searched. I take THC for my ailments, Alyssa says. Sophie says, what are your thoughts on transgender people from a Christian perspective? So gender dysphoria is one of the most tumultuous, horrific conditions for anyone to ever have. I can't imagine going through that. And so anyone who has gender dysphoria needs to be viewed with the utmost compassion and empathy and love. I made a whole video called Father Mike Schmitz is Wrong About Transgender People, and I talked about all my thoughts on it in that video. They allowed me to become a adorer at my church. I will discern children there. That's so cool. Yeah, definitely discern if that's something for you. Have you ever wanted to visit the Vatican? Yes. Have you seen the St. Vincent de Paul Church in LA? Now that is a beautiful church. Yes, I've been there. The Archdiocese of Los Angeles is too big. It should be broken up. We shouldn't have mega dioceses. The bishop should be a spiritual father and be accessible to his people. You made a video once calling the Pope the Bishop of Rome. Why? Oh, I forgot. He is the Bishop of Rome. But I was saying that we should call him the Bishop of Rome more than the Pope, which I do, just because I want to unite with the Orthodox Church. And it's kind of a development to put so much, well, this is something I thought earlier in the year. I don't know if I think this anymore. But basically my whole argument was that it's not Catholic dogma to put so much emphasis on the Pope and for him to be such like a political figure too in the world. It's not necessary to be Catholic. So I was like, I just say Bishop of Rome because he is the Bishop of Rome. What is something you keep learning in a deeper way as you go deeper in your Catholic faith? Your video has helped me on my pilgrimage from Anglicanism to Rome. I think that like some of the videos I recently made, like my video on relics and my video on the Assumption of Mary, but I think understanding the Marian theology is like the newest thing, like the idea that Mary is the new Eve and she was part of our salvation and God allowed her to be part of our salvation. It just uplifts women so much. And realizing now how much my Protestant church just didn't ever focus on Mary ever, and so it's really empowering as a female to have a spiritual figure like that. And I've been realizing more and more and more as I've become Catholic what her role is like. Who's your favorite angel? My guardian angel? Mary theology is so intense and beautiful. Why was I on timeout? You said something offensive, and one of the moderators took it down. He was called the Bishop of Rome before he was called the Pope. Pope just means father, though, so it's really sweet. Will you go on pilgrimage next year, Lizzie? I don't know. What about calling him Patriarch of the West? I can never get married because I love myself too much to share myself with anyone. Okay, I guess you discerned marriage. Have you ever wanted to visit Israel? Yes, I would love to visit Israel. What is something you keep learning in a deeper way as you go deeper in your Catholic faith? Your videos have helped me on my pilgrimage from Anglicanism to Rome. I think you should be able to meet with your parish priest. That's hard if you're in a megachurch type situation. Do you like Calvin Gara? Yes! I love Calvin's videos so much. He's so cool. One of my subscribers recommended that I watch him. Do you wear a miraculous medal? Sometimes. I recently switched to this necklace. Back to this necklace. The Book of James is the best. Do you see Hunter Alvalone? Don't know who that is. The Pope does have the title of Patriarch of the West. I know, but we don't call him that. So they're saying, let's go around and call him Patriarch of the West. Okay, guys. So this week I uploaded my videos, Enneagram video, and then reacting to my old videos. So today I filmed a video on 5 reasons bipolar relationships fail and just kind of insight into everything that could go wrong and how to prevent it from going wrong. And then I'm also, after this, filming my video called Women Must Be Silent in the Church, about how my Protestant church had kind of gender roles for women. Technically, patriarch also means father. I'll go check out Chris Perez. Hunter Avalone is a Republican pro-Trump YouTuber that makes sense most of the time. Will I have Catholic Newman Club in 10 minutes? Bye. It was nice talking to you. Bye. I love you guys so much. I like how Hunter Avalone debunked the censorship myth about conservatives. All right, guys, don't forget climate change is propagated by corporations. Night, Lizzie. Take care of yourself. We love you. I will see you guys. I was saying I love you so much to the other guy, but I want to go too. So thank you guys for hanging out with me. Sorry, I was so low energy. My medicine not working is still kind of affecting me, but pray for me to get better. I'm so excited to upload my video tomorrow on bipolar relationship advice. I've been working really hard on it. I edited it so fast, but I love you guys so much, and I will see you in my next video. Bye.